Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K16. Now, this has been one that's just been suggested in the last few minutes by Jordan Winn, and he wanted to see Johnny Gargano take on Seth Rollins, and I actually really like the sound of this match, so I thought I'd do it straight away. Seth is a man that's been missing now for quite a while due to injury, and I really am missing him, and Gargano's somebody that has been working for NXT quite a bit of the last year or so, but not officially signed up as of yet. Hopefully that will happen pretty soon. No reason why not. He's been doing a fantastic job for them. Obviously he must have been, otherwise they wouldn't keep using him for every single set of taping. So it's a match I would love to see. I put it down as Monday Night Raw. Only reason I don't think I've used the Raw arena at all in any of our random matches so far, so I thought it'd be a good one to use. We're in Dallas, Texas. No, I've not actually checked Johnny Gargano's entrance, but I'm hoping it's going to be decent. It seems to have Ambrose's video and everything, but looks pretty good still. And I'm a big fan of Johnny Gargano. I've met him a couple of times actually. We've only been in the he was in the UK doing a couple of shows, and you can actually find a video on my channel. So I think it was the very first video I uploaded, which was a video of Kevin Steen chopping a fan, and Johnny Gargano is in that video as well. Johnny Gargano was actually egging Kevin Steen on the whole way through. It was pretty cool actually. The noise was just something else. Kevin Steen just an absolute beast. Of course, Kevin Owens now. But yeah, I really like Gargano. He's a really down-to-earth guy as well. And he's a fantastic wrestler. We've seen a lot of him in, of course, Evolve and what was Dragon Gate USA. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla as well. And I think his work with Evolve is what's got him involved with NXT as well now, I think, because obviously NXT do have some sort of working sort of coalition with Evolve. We found out recently that the WWE's sort of Cruiserweight World Series, whatever it's called, is going to actually be partly filmed at Evolve as well. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. And I wonder if that's going to be put directly onto the network. That'd be very interesting. But this is going to be a good match. I think both these guys very sort of similar styles. I think Seth is probably a little bit more high-flying than Gargano, but both guys are fantastic. I think Gargano is probably a little bit more technical than Seth Rollins as well, but it's definitely going to be a fantastic match. And I cannot wait, I'm sure most of you guys are the same, cannot wait to get Seth Rollins back in a WWE ring. Hopefully it's not too far away. I know they say 3 to 6 months, I think they said. And it's only been about 3 months now, so it's a possibility. You never know that he could be back very, very soon after WrestleMania. It's a possibility. I'd love to see him return at Mania. I'd love to see somebody apart from Roman Reigns or Triple H walk out of WrestleMania with the championship, but I dare say that's not going to happen. We've got no money in the bank to fall back onto this year. It literally is what it is this year. And there's still always rumours that they're going to try and work somebody else into that WrestleMania main event, but I think that's sorted now. Which I think is a little bit strange because it just... My thoughts on Roman Reigns aside, the actual match itself is just not over. The fans don't want it. You hear the crowd in every single arena for Raw, for SmackDown, for any pay-per-view. They're not into Roman Reigns at all. They're not into this entire feud. They're not into this push. So for WWE to continue on, just pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and to make it the main event of a pay-per-view that's going to have some pretty epic matches on there, I'm really excited for this year's WrestleMania. I think this is one of the ones I've been most excited about in a long time now. With Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, my two favourite wrestlers in my favourite match concept. I cannot wait for that. We've got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship, more than likely. We've got AJ Styles going to take on Chris Jericho, it looks like, as well. With Dean Ambrose taking on Brock Lesnar in a street fight as well. There's going to be some really good matches, and of course Charlotte versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. If they give them enough time, that'll be a fantastic match. New Day taking on the whole of League of Nations as well. That's going to be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to this year's Mania. But I just think that if they try and main event that show with Triple H versus Roman Reigns, it's not going to go over well with the crowd. I can see some people actually leaving early. It would not surprise me if some people walked out after the match before that main event. It's interesting. I think The Rock might have something to do in that main event. Not sure what that's going to be yet. I've got a feeling The Rock might help Reigns win the championship. I've got a feeling that Some people might come out and try and help Triple H, and The Rock comes out for a heroic sort of save and save Reigns, and Reigns win the championship. That's what I can see happening, but I still don't think that's going to help Reigns at all. It's just odd the fact that WWE just insist on continuing even though he's been rejected for so long. And the one thing that I think it's something that I saw on a forum the other week, and it really hit home with me actually, is that Roman Reigns is somebody that's only been wrestling professionally for 4 years, and he's already main evented WrestleMania twice. That's insane. There's wrestlers that are a much higher level than Roman Reigns is now that have never wrestled, never even wrestled at WrestleMania, let alone actually main evented. So that's one thing that I think is annoying a lot of people as well. There's guys like Johnny Gargano fighting it out for their career in NXT, really trying to impress, and I think he's definitely doing that. He's a fantastic wrestler, Gargano. Look at that cheeky little. I think is that a William Regal style move, that one, or? Gargano now bringing Seth back up to his feet, catching the front chancery. But Seth reversing, slamming Gargano face first into the mat. Gargano kicking Seth away. Big clubbing blow across the back of Seth. Stamping the gut as well. Gargano bringing Seth back up to his feet. Look to take him up for a scoop slam, but Seth fights back, and there's a German suplex by Rollins. Great move. And I must admit, I never really thought much off Rollins when the Shield first started. I was a big Dean Ambrose fan because I'd watched him quite a lot in Combat Zone Wrestling, and I didn't really think much of Seth, to tell the honest truth. And I think early on, Reigns looked fantastic when he had the other two guys, the Shield, around him. He looked really, really good, really powerful, and he was really over, I think. But as soon as they split the Shield up, I think Seth just grew and grew and grew week on week, as Dean Ambrose is as well. We knew those two guys from the indie scene. We knew they were going to be top class wrestlers. You could always tell. Reigns is still struggling. I think it will work out for Reigns. It will work out for him. But I think it's just it's going to take a little bit of time, in my mind. Just like you have some of these indie wrestlers, it takes them a few years to really find themselves, really understand their gimmick, and really put it across the best they can. And I think that's going to be the case. I think in time, I think it will work out for Reigns, but at the moment, it's just not. It's just not for me. But let me know what you think in the comment section. What's your comments on this year's WrestleMania? Are you looking forward to it, or? Like I say, I think there's some really good matches on there. Like I say, apart from the Triple H Reigns match, I'm very, very excited for all of the matches, really. Don't get me wrong, I'll still watch the Triple H Reigns match because it still has the potential to be a really good match. It's just the politics behind the whole thing which I think makes people annoyed. Gargano up on top now. And a big splash onto the grounded Seth Rollins. Bringing Seth back up to his knees, and now there's a big elbow to the face, now taking Seth up onto his shoulders. And something like a Razor's Edge powerbomb there. I think that's effectively supposed to be his lawn dart he uses on the indie scene. In for the pin, 1, 2, and Seth kicks out, but not with much viscosity, really. Head scissors there by Gargano, now a few elbows to the forehead of Seth. Now Gargano is lining Seth up. This would be an incredible win here for Johnny Gargano if he can pull this off. And there he goes, locking in the Gargano escape. Johnny Gargano locking in that Gargano escape. But it's not enough to make Seth tap. And I have made my comments about the submission system on this game clear quite a few times. I don't think any finisher submission should ever be released. I think it should only ever be reached by the ropes or reversed. I don't think there should be any just releasing. Because why would you release your submission finisher when you're in the middle of the ring like that? It makes no sense to me, and hopefully that's something that 2K will look at for, well, they're not going to look at it this year now, are they? For 2K17, I hope it's something they'll look at. And I must admit, I'm quite looking forward to 2K17, just for the sheer fact that the roster is going to be incredible. Surely they would have got AJ Styles sorted this year. Hopefully Austin Aries and Nakamura as well will be released as downloadable content. That would be incredible, and hopefully 2K have thought about this and realised the situation they got a lot of hassle last year because of the Charlotte, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch situation. So hopefully they've looked at it in a bit more detail this year. Seth now taking Gargano up onto the top rope. What does he have planned here? Taking the legs of Gargano across the top. Looks like he's going to go for a superplex maybe. It is a superplex and crashing down hard. In for the pin he goes. This could be all 1, 2. Oh, so close to a 3 count. Gargano just at literally the last millisecond lifting that shoulder. Seth can't believe it, but it was enough for Gargano. Seth rolling through, super kick to the face of Gargano, but Gargano's right in that corner. Seth's going to have to pull him away if he wants to go for the pin. He does pull him away. In for the pin he goes. Maybe it's taken a few seconds too long. It is, and Gargano kicks out once again, but still not with a lot of power. Clubbing blow across the back by Seth, who is now in full control of this match. Northern Light suplex. Doesn't bridge in for the pin though. Now Seth taking his eye off his opponent there for a few seconds, just trying to regain a little bit of energy there, I think, but allows Gargano to get back up to his feet, and Seth could rue that decision as Gargano takes him down now and locks in that shin lock. Chance for Gargano to rebuild a little bit of energy as well now and control this match and trying to squeeze some energy out of Seth, but Seth is back up to his feet. A couple of elbows to the gut of Gargano. There's the snapmare. Big punch to the gut there by Gargano on Seth. Oh, and a huge running super kick as well by Gargano. Could that be enough to pick up a victory? It looks like he's going to go for a pin, is he? He does. 1, 2. Oh no, so close to a 3 once again. And this has been a great back and forth match between these two. I think Jordan Winn, who gave me this suggestion, has really picked up a special match here in Gargano. Lining up Seth once again. Is he going to go for the Gargano escape again? Nope. He goes for that face crusher, that skull crushing finale. In for the pin he goes. This will be a massive win for Gargano. He's done it. He's done it. Johnny Gargano with a huge victory of the former WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And this happens, if this happened on Monday Night Raw in real life, that would elevate Gargano so quickly as a main event, or an upper mid-card at least, competitor in the WWE, and it'll be a fantastic match. And I want to thank Jordan for this suggestion. It was a really, really good one. And I'm amazed to see Gargano come out on top as well, because stats-wise, Seth is one of the top on this game. I've made it that way. Gargano's up there, but he's not quite at the same level as Seth. I think Gargano's high 80s, whereas Seth is 91, 92. So there's not a lot of difference between the two of them, but I thought Seth would have this one. There was that running super kick by Gargano, of course, was not enough to keep Seth down. But here it is, that front face crusher, or the skull crushing finale, if you will, used by The Miz. There's the pin, and enough for Johnny Gargano to pick up the 3 count. So once again, thank you to Jordan Winn for this suggestion. Of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, please drop them down in the comment section below. I will note them all down and get them all done as soon as I possibly can. I do have a massive list, but of course this weekend is Easter weekend, so I've got 4 days off work, and then next weekend, of course, I've got the Monday off for WrestleMania as well, so I should be doing a lot more recording over the next couple of weekends. So I'll try and get as many of these random matches as I possibly can get done. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button. And of course, hit that like button if you want to see this match in real life as well. And if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for a lot more WWE 2K16 content, as well as some other bits and bobs that I'm doing on my channel. Like I say, I don't like to play the same game over and over again. It gets a bit boring, so trying to keep my channel as varied as possible. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.